My sweetheart got all buddy-buddy with her scholarship student. To help him do his experiment, she swiped my lab keys and took him in. The result? An explosion in the lab. She shrugged it off. It's just a lab. How much could it cost? I'll pay you back. Don't be salty about David for no reason. Ha! She doesn't know that the just developed medicine to save her life got destroyed. Amanda hinted at me multiple times to let her scholarship student, David, use the lab. David's about to graduate college, and this research is critical for him. Peter, since when did you get so petty? She's mad at me, hoping to force a compromise. This time, I wouldn't budge. Why would a college student need a state-of-the-art lab for their research? I didn't expect Amanda to be bold enough to steal my keys while I was eating dinner and take David in. As expected, something went wrong. I came back to find them outside the flaming wreck, and the lab blown up. Peter, I didn't mean to. I thought being there, nothing would go wrong, she said. David jumped in front of her. Peter, blame me. Amanda did it for my research. I can't pay you back now, but I'll make it up to you one day. He wiped tears away, trying to act tough. Is this the crybaby Amanda likes so much? What's that saying? Tears of men are stimulants for women. Peter, forget about this. Tell me the amount, and I'll send it to your account. Amanda hurriedly comforted David. As she was about to leave with him, I grabbed her. Peter, seriously? It's just a lab. I'll pay you back. You really need the cash? I think the lab works fried your brain, she smirked. We're about to get engaged. Yet you don't spend time with me and only care about the lab. Have you even thought about our future? Her expression was cold as ice. I smiled back, feeling just as cold. Destroying property and just getting away with it? You're both smart enough to sneak in, but have no brains for responsibility? I pulled out my phone, dialed the fire department, then called 911. Neither of you is leaving today. I used to love Amanda, but only before David showed up. Since he came into the picture, she's been acting crazy, chalking it up to youthful experience, claiming we had nothing in common and that I was too old school. She's 27, nearly 28, yet so reckless. Family ties made me put off breaking up, but now it's time. Peter, as a boyfriend, can't you handle this? And you call the cops? Want me arrested? Amanda scoffed, threatening to call my parents. Before this, maybe, but now we're done. I said coldly. Amanda's smirk faded. You know what you're saying, right? We grew up together, our families are close, we spend every New Year together, and now you talk about breaking up? Let's see if your parents or mine agree with this. Amanda's dad died in a crash when she was young, and my parents helped her family regain their footing. Both families want us engaged so bad. Over a lousy lab, you've lost it. Amanda rolled her eyes. David tried to calm her. Don't be mad, Amanda. The lab must mean a lot to Peter. He spends more time there than with you. It's my fault for failing such a simple experiment. Amanda just wanted to help me, he cried again. The fire department arrived quickly and got to work. They were shuffled aside as the firemen handled things. A loud voice asked, "Did anyone call the cops? Know who started this?" I nodded, pointing at the duo. Suspects are right here. Thanks for handling the fire. Anything critical inside? We'll try to save it. The firefighters were really responsible. I sighed. Experimental meds for patients, the only one of its kind. All destroyed. Can't you make more? You're the genius, right? Amanda grumbled. Lives are at stake here, snapped the fireman in the orange suit. You're both adults and should have known better. David cried. Stop blaming Amanda. It's all on me. A grown man crying like a baby, the fireman scoffed. With you in charge, our ancestors would be rolling in their graves. His stern look silenced David. Amanda erupted. Which firehouse are you from? I'll report you for this. We're not criminals. Keep your opinions to yourself. Just then, the cops arrived. I waved them over. These two here, they stole my keys and blew up my lab. That's right, officer. Looks like this place was full of experimental drugs for patients and other crucial data, all gone now. The loss is immeasurable. These research achievements are priceless. The guy in the orange rescue suit seems to be familiar with the police, probably worked together many times before. As soon as they heard this, The police immediately detained Amanda and David. "Peter, how can you do this to your parents, to my mom, and to our relationship?" "Officer, this is a misunderstanding. I'm his girlfriend, and he gave me the key himself. He even said he wouldn't hold me responsible, and now he's going back on his word." Amanda's statement was just nonsense. I couldn't help but laugh. "What relationship? Our relationship is plaintiff and defendant. Just wait to see if I sue you. So many people were counting on these drugs. You've destroyed so many families. Even as ghosts, they won't let you go." Amanda tried to argue, but the police cut her off loudly. "Whatever you have to say, save it for later and explain with us back at the station. If you're innocent, we'll punish those for false reporting. But if you're guilty, well..." After taking a few photos, the police took them away, and as the victim, I had to follow too. We gave statements while they checked the surveillance footage. "Amanda claimed you two were dating, but we've investigated. It's up to you whether you want to settle or file charges." After confirming everything, I called my lawyer to prepare for the case. "Thank you, officer, you've worked hard. No worries, as long as people need us, we'll be there as soon as possible." After some small talk, I called the family car to pick me up. As for Amanda and David, they'd definitely be detained for the explosion case tonight. With the original data destroyed, it'll take at least a year and a half to restart the research. This is with me utilizing my 3 years of independent research to avoid many missteps and errors. The next day, Amanda's mother bailed out Amanda and David and brought them straight to my house. "Brother, sister-in-law, Peter has just lost it. He actually called the police on our Amanda. I guess there's no need to plan for a wedding at the end of the year. They've been dating for so long, and despite Peter being busy with experiments all the time, Amanda never complained. Now he's doing this. It's like putting a mother's heart on a grill. How can I trust my Amanda with him? In the past, my parents would have immediately criticized me. As a man, I was supposed to be more accommodating to my girlfriend, but before they arrived, I'd already explained everything to my parents. My mom just said calmly, "Then don't plan the wedding." My dad scratched his head, sighed deeply. "Young people value romantic freedom. Let them decide for themselves." Amanda was the first to snap. She used to be my parents' favorite. "Uncle, Aunt, what do you mean? Did Peter tell you he wanted to break up yesterday? Did you know in advance? Does he have someone else out there? We've been together since college for 7 years, and he wants to break up just like that without considering my feelings?" She started crying, wiping her tears. Amanda's mother was also furious since she came to support Amanda. "Brother, sister-in-law, shouldn't there be an explanation? Amanda's youth is priceless, and she's grown up under your watch. If people find out she's been with Peter for 7 years, who will want her?" How did an explosion case turn into a relationship issue? I stopped my mom from speaking for me, staying sensible in front of elders. "Aunt, Amanda's been with me for 7 years, but for 3 years she's been off with David. You can check if it's true or not. Secondly, the lab she destroyed was incredibly important. She's not a child. She must take responsibility. This relationship has reached its end. Parting ways amicably is the best outcome now." Amanda clearly wasn't willing. "Anyone can slander me, but not you, Peter. You don't know how much I love you? I followed you since childhood, even went to the same college and major. How could you dismiss my efforts with a few words? Now just because the lab's gone and your fame's delayed, you want to kick me out? I'm telling you, no way." Amanda's eyes were bloodshot as she stared angrily at me. Unexpectedly, David suddenly knelt down. He knelt right down in front of me, despite Amanda trying to pull him up. "Peter, Amanda supported me in my studies and research. I truly appreciate it. Both of you are my direct seniors, but there's nothing between me and her. Only Peter is worthy of Amanda. The lab explosion has my responsibility too. I don't want such a small issue to affect your engagement. If Amanda hadn't been holding him back, he would have given me 3 kowtows." I watched him play the drama coldly. "Who are you trying to send off with that? Am I your elder or ancestor? It's broad daylight. How inauspicious." An enraged Amanda slapped me across the face, and I didn't block it. Without that slap, My parents might soften their hearts and try to persuade me. My left cheek stung, but it was nothing compared to the ache in my heart. So much data gone in one explosion just like that. We got together because Amanda was persistent, plus the matchmaking from both sets of parents. I also laid it out back then. Amanda, I'll be busy with research and won't always be there. You'll find it unbearable. Yet she insisted on whether I had her in my heart. If I did, she feared nothing. Peter, love can conquer all obstacles. I believe we'll always be together, and no one can tear us apart. You have no idea. Ever since I was little, my wish has been to marry you. Later, Amanda supported David, taking him along to meals and the rare date. I think she's trapped by her own promises. Honestly, if she wants to be with someone else, I would wish her well. After all, beyond being lovers, we're partners too. I hope she finds happiness. Today's slap broke that thin layer of transparency between us completely. Amanda's mom dragged her aside, frustrated. How could you slap Peter? What happens when you two are married if this is how you treat each other? She spoke while glancing over at my parents, whose expressions were also grim. Amanda's mom, you suggested canceling the engagement earlier. I think we should just go with that. If the kids don't get along, there's no point in forcing it, though the collaboration between our families will continue, my mom said, trying to be considerate. But Amanda's mom was having none of it. How can we still work together when your son is taking my daughter to court? If she ends up with a criminal record, how is she supposed to get married? I replied expressionlessly. There's no law requiring a plaintiff to be responsible for a defendant. Is there? I warned her not to mess with the lab. She needs to own up to her actions. But your lab injured my Amanda, Peter. I've watched you grow up, and this isn't the right way to treat people, she countered. I suddenly felt like we were talking past each other. Maybe I've been so focused on my experiments all these years that I've neglected the people around me. But now it's clear Amanda and her mom are quite similar in some ways. If her mom was considerate at all, she would have come to apologize, not demand an explanation. Without our family helping hers, they would have been kicked out of Beijing long ago by their relatives. Amanda hurt herself by stealing the keys. She has to face that. What responsibility do I have? Amanda's mom pressed on, confident. You're her boyfriend. You can't deny that. Amanda nodded in agreement. But as my girlfriend, she snuck another guy into my lab and caused damage. Is that what being a girlfriend is about? Is that how someone behaves in a relationship? Turning their logic back at them seemed fair enough to me. Amanda got mad. What do you mean by another guy, Peter? You're spreading lies about me, and I could sue you for slander. I calmly explained. But you did sneak another guy into my lab. That's a fact, and the police have a record of it. Didn't you study humanities? Any man besides me is another guy, right? I emphasized another guy. David is a student I sponsor. Aren't you just picking on him? Amanda insisted. Strictly speaking, sponsoring is just offering financial aid. Your support is pretty comprehensive, covering food, clothing, housing, and transportation. Even when we have dinner, you bring him. Are you planning to have him move in with us too? Amanda, I didn't expect you to fool yourself like this. I laughed and shook my head. Peter, Amanda said he's just a student she sponsors. The kid even went down on his knees and apologized. They're being sincere, so don't blow things out of proportion. Let's end it here. As your elder, I'm deciding that, Amanda's mom said, waving her hand as if she was being magnanimous. Before she even finished, my dad was shaking his head. They're over 20. Why should an elder make decisions for them? It's not a petty dispute. So what do you want as compensation? Just say it, Amanda's mom retorted, looking displeased. I was direct. Auntie, even handing over your company wouldn't cover it. The data in that experiment was crucial for many lives. Amanda and David blew up the lab, and restarting the experiment means some people won't get their medication in time and might die. She can't shoulder that responsibility. Peter, that's absurd. They might not be able to afford the medicine even if it was available. Their deaths have nothing to do with me. Amanda snapped but got a glare from her mom to shut up. But you can't put all the blame on my daughter. Just tell me what my daughter needs to pay for you to drop the charges. David, who had been silent and downcast, suddenly looked up in horror. He tugged at Amanda's sleeve. Amanda caught on quickly. Mom, David is a student I sponsor. I can't abandon him. Then you pay up, her mom said. Watching their infighting almost made me laugh. We can settle this privately, but from now on we have nothing to do with each other, and you stop bothering me. That's my condition. Amanda was reluctant but had no choice with her mom pressuring her. After they left, my parents were still upset. You insisted on helping them before, and now our son has to pay for it. What do you have to say now? My dad, hands on hips, asked with a frown. My mom sniffed, feeling wronged. I didn't know Amanda would turn out like this. It's all my fault. I shook my head and reassured them. Mom, it's fine. Your choice to help them shows your kindness. I'm proud to have a mom like you. You also supported my research from the start. And Dad, don't be mad at Mom. Didn't you teach me that those with great things to accomplish must first endure hardship? Given the situation, we can only try to make amends. Dwelling on anger and sadness doesn't help. I'll start looking for a new, qualified lab right away. It would be great to find some skilled researchers too, and we can use the compensation money to hire them to join my research. If we can mass produce this wonder drug, the impact would be unimaginable. It would definitely change the world. Many sick individuals in our country, who can't afford the high prices of foreign drugs, wouldn't have to consider ending their lives. Due to technological monopolies, I've bought some of those wonder drugs before. They're just stopgaps. You have to take them long-term just to keep holding on. Research aimed at saving lives has never been about making money. That was never our goal when we started this research. I've calculated a settlement and had a lawyer send it to Amanda's mom. I didn't expect the mess that followed. Next thing I know, I'm trending online. Research genius Peter dumps 7-year girlfriend. Shocking. The headlines are full of blame towards me, saying I broke up with her because she held back my fame and didn't hesitate to sue her to stop the harassment. The same facts twisted by a media account became an entirely different story. My dad immediately had people investigating. They'd protect my reputation no matter what. It's obvious it was Amanda's mom's doing. What? I break up with her daughter, and she wants to ruin my reputation. Dad, get the lawyer to sue that media account and hold everyone responsible accountable. My dad nodded grimly and said, not only that, I think we don't need to continue our partnership. Exactly, after all we did for them, they backstab us. It's like Aesop's fable of the farmer and the snake. Years of friendship destroyed by them. Mom agreed strongly. I sighed. Good to see their true colors now, better late than never. After handing everything over to them, I called my assistant, Mike, and headed to the lab. Amanda, somehow knowing my whereabouts, ambushed me there. Peter, I didn't know my mom would do that. It's not my fault. I didn't want to break up, but you forced me to. Can't you just let David off the hook? I'll pay you back in installments. You're going to ruin him. He's about to graduate, and a prison sentence will destroy his life. Did you know? His family is so poor, his dad passed away a few years back, and he only has a bedridden mom. You'll destroy a whole family. Amanda pleaded earnestly, trying to hand me some coffee. It hit me that Amanda used to be in research too, but she gave up and chose a life of luxury. So, her knowing I was searching for a lab isn't entirely surprising. How come you didn't feel any guilt for indirectly ruining so many lives between the two of you? David is doing research to benefit others later. Isn't he? Peter, he's got the same dreams as you. You shouldn't write off your junior so easily. Amanda frowned and sighed. You care so much about life but can destroy a family just like that? Without David earning money, his mom's left waiting to die. You have a mom too. Ignoring her justifications for David's actions, I was stunned by her beliefs. Staring at this girl who stood almost 2 heads shorter than me, I remembered her ambition back in college. Peter, I want to work with you. Finish our research and save so many lives. Looking back, the hardships I endure now seem insignificant and meaningful. Isn't life supposed to be about finding meaning and experience? I'm happy. Whenever she had time, she'd sign up with me as a volunteer too, helping others. At some point, I lost track of when she changed. Maybe she's been following me all along and didn't realize it's not what she wanted. She's living the high life now with David by her side, probably content. So, I shouldn't be dragged into their lifestyle. It's really cramped. Besides, I've got more important things to do. I was about to speak, but Mike chuckled. Amanda, with all that false reasoning, it's a shame you're not in debate competitions. Let's stick to the facts. David's a college student doing research for a thesis, right? That's not exactly helping others. Instead, his selfish actions destroyed Peter's years of research. You, as a girlfriend, side with someone else? Peter is right to break up with you. Amanda glared at him. Is it your turn to interject while we're talking? You're not involved. What do you know? I gave my assistant a look, signaling him to avoid arguing further. I'm the one involved, and here's the deal. I won't withdraw the lawsuit. David can share the blame with you. If he ends up in jail, that's his own undoing. Hurting others only harms yourself. He wrecked my work. I won't forgive him. Negotiating with you is only out of respect for our past friendship, but it doesn't mean I forgive you. With that, I grabbed my assistant and started to leave. Amanda tried to stop us. How could two grown men be held back by her? All I heard was her angry shouting behind us. Peter, you've gone too far. My mom was right about you. Your reputation should be ruined. I regret liking you all these years. If this is what being liked by her leads to, I'd rather have never met her. The lab hunt went smoothly. My dad also cleared up the rumors about me. Their response was swift. They announced the end of all partnerships that day. Future deals wouldn't be on the table either. Amanda's mom dared to cause a scene at the company. I rushed over upon hearing. Seeing me, Amanda's mom, blocked by security, started crying and refused to leave. You're bullying us. How can a big company like yours pick on us, a widow and her kids? Back when my husband passed, you said you'd support us. But your son, your precious boy, dumped my daughter after 7 years of dating. Is there any justice left in this world? She was screaming, causing quite a scene and drawing a crowd of our company's employees. Our company, known for its great benefits and high demand, naturally hires normal people. Ma'am, that's unreasonable. We all know what your daughter did, and you're still spreading rumors online. That's just mean, right? If there's no justice, where should my family go? Hurting others and yourself, trying to drag others down. After years of cooperation, sending a lot of work your way, you still have the nerve to pull something like this. Are you insane? Security, guys, you're doing great. Please escort her out before she upsets our board chairman's wife. Everyone chimed in with their frustrations. Seeing no one sided with her, Amanda's mom just feigned unconsciousness. I figured she was trying to stir up public sympathy. If she fainted in my company, it would be hard to explain. But she underestimated that today's young folks have some brains. Plus, there are plenty of witnesses and surveillance footage. An ambulance quickly took her away. Out of compassion, I contacted Amanda to pay the hospital bills. Who would have thought she'd come to hold me accountable right after? Peter, are you even human? How could you upset an elder who watched you grow up until she fainted? This is definitely your family's fault, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. She glared at me with hatred in her eyes. I nodded. Do you own the police station? How can you convict without a crime? You're above the law, huh? Amanda, have things been too easy for you? Do you not realize your limitations? We're handling this diplomatically, but if you're unwilling, then let's not reconcile. You can go reflect in jail. Amanda was too angry to respond and left in embarrassment. I thought she'd calm down, but she showed up the next day with David to confront me. After my assistant and I finished inspecting the lab, we headed out. Suddenly, two figures blocked our path. David dropped to his knees in front of me. Meanwhile, Amanda was recording on her phone. Peter, please show mercy. My mom is bedridden and can't take care of herself without me. I can't lose my only family. Amanda watched, eyes filled with tears, while threatening, Peter, if you insist on not reconciling, I'll have to expose what you've done. You better think it through. Isn't your heart moved by his pitiful situation? I have compassion, but I'm not a saint. Are you trying to elevate me to sainthood? If your actions lead to public backlash against me, you continue your lawsuit. It's just a bit of money. Do I look like I'm short on cash? Amanda scoffed indifferently. I pointed her out to David. You hear that? Your Amanda has enough money. If it wasn't for her stealing the key to let you in, you wouldn't be facing lawsuits and jail time. She should be the one helping you, not me. After all, we're not family, and since you had a relationship with my girlfriend, albeit now ex-girlfriend, asking me for help is pointless. Have Amanda spend some money and settle it. Man's dignity is priceless. Don't kneel casually. I chuckled dismissively. David's gaze indeed turned to Amanda. Leaving Amanda flustered, she urgently explained, David, Peter is asking for $5 million. Our family is wealthy, but cash is tight. My mom won't give me more money, and even if I sell my bags and jewelry, it's still not enough. You have to understand me. David nodded tearfully. Taking advantage of this, my assistant and I got into the car to leave. If David were truly harmless, I wouldn't have uttered these words. Amanda's karma is probably David himself, a leech she doesn't realize. Upon investigation, I discovered David's dad died accidentally, with the insurance payout going to him, netting over $1 million. But with his mom's sudden paralysis, the money quickly went to hospital bills. Desperate for a sponsor, he latched onto Amanda. Conveniently, his dad's accident occurred just a month after purchasing insurance? I don't buy it. I took a gamble and won. With the trial approaching, David was unsettled. Amanda's house was robbed, with many antiques and pieces of jewelry missing. Yet Amanda chose not to call the police. As expected, David pooled the $5 million together and sought to reconcile. Amanda accompanied him. Got enough now. Sign the settlement. David, no longer timid, demanded. Amanda looked uneasy. David, no matter how you got the money, I hope you study hard in the future. Of course, Amanda, you're the best person to me, David said, without an ounce of guilt. Feigning curiosity, I chuckled. Amanda, did you catch the thief? It's a big deal and you didn't call the cops? Amanda gave me a dark look. They only wanted money, not our lives. It means they were desperate, and there's a reason for everything. You better sign the settlement. I delayed, first asking for water, then for something to eat. Amanda and her entourage thought I was being difficult, but actually, I was waiting for Amanda's mom to arrive. In the hospital, unaware of this major incident, how could her daughter hide it from her? Soon enough, Amanda's mom showed up with the police. Caught red-handed, here's the thief. Mom, what are you saying? This money was a loan to David. Before Amanda's words faded, her mom slapped her. This was hard-earned by your dad and me, including the diamond ring from his proposal. Your dad's gone, and this is how you repay the mother who raised you. Amanda's mom burst into tears. Amanda didn't seem to think it was a big deal. Mom, isn't calling the cops a bit much? We can just get those things back, right? Besides, if you had agreed to pay David's compensation, he wouldn't have been pushed to steal as a student. David, who was being held by the police nearby, was glaring at Amanda with dark, piercing eyes, like a snake in the woods waiting to strike its prey. Amanda didn't seem to realize what she had said and was being pulled away by her mother, but she refused to leave. Officer, it's all a misunderstanding. We're not pressing charges. The stuff wasn't stolen. I gave it to him. Amanda's mother was beyond frustrated, hitting Amanda repeatedly. Amanda was getting worked up too. Mom, don't you know how tough things are for David's family? If we act like this, how are we any better than Peter's family? We can't be kicking people when they're down. This time, Amanda's mom didn't faint, pulling Amanda away while telling the police to take David. How did I end up with such a foolish daughter? You're jeopardizing your engagement for some kid from the slums. How can he compare to Peter? You're coming home with me right now. No more embarrassing yourself. The people in the cafe were all riled up, watching the scene unfold. I was watching too. Amanda hoped I'd back her story, that she gave the stuff willingly, but I pretended not to hear. Amanda's mom took my card with shame. Peter, I'm sorry. Thank goodness you called me in advance, or Amanda would have made a huge mistake today. I smirked. Ruining a lab's research isn't a big mistake, but losing a few million in goods is. I started to leave, but Amanda's mom stopped me. Peter, you see, Amanda was misled. You've known each other for years. You can't just throw that away, can you? She started to plead, but Amanda interrupted. Mom, I will never reconcile with Peter. I can't stand how he operates. Her stubborn demeanor nearly made her mom faint again. Once they left, I drove home, planning to move into the lab and speed up my research. Little did I know, my mom still had matchmaking on her mind. As soon as I tried to refuse, she cut me off. Son, trust me on this one. The girl this time is a doctor. You two will definitely have things to talk about. Just meet her once. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. I couldn't stand to see her cry, so I agreed to meet her just to get it over with. Turns out she felt the same way. We exchanged WeChat contacts, agreed on a story, and went our separate ways. I moved into the lab and immersed myself in work. Nearly a month later, when I finally emerged, I was hit with some shocking news. David had gone online and accused Amanda of giving him money, but then driving him and his mom to despair, inciting the internet to turn on Amanda. Before that, Amanda had threatened her mom to not press charges against David. His betrayal left Amanda devastated. This I learned from my mom. And on top of it all, Amanda was diagnosed with a rare illness. Her mom was spending a fortune on a special drug to keep her alive. While I was having a meal at home, Amanda's mom showed up with Amanda, seeking my help. She looked much older than last time with streaks of gray in her hair. Peter, aren't you researching special drugs? You've got to save Amanda. You two grew up together. Don't let her die, she pleaded. Amanda, with her hair shaved, wore an awkward wig and heavy makeup that didn't match her youthful looks. Peter, I don't want to die. I'm still young. You're doing this research to help people. You will save me, right? Amanda's eyes were red, looking at me pitifully. Her mom, filled with despair, cried out, Brother and sister, please help me persuade Peter. She's my only daughter. I can't bear to watch her go so early. Reminder of days past. How many have begged doctors, prayed to gods, just to survive or keep their loved ones alive? Many lives could have been saved, but her mistakes led to these consequences. Now she must face them. My ties with her are already severed, along with our family's connections. Your actions, dear aunt, ended any further contact between us. If the drug is developed, it will be mass-produced. Now please go. I asked the butler to see them out. My parents were watching from the side, and they were indifferent too. Amanda's mom left with Amanda. The house got a lot quieter. My mom sighed deeply. That kid's really pitiful. So young, lost her dad, and now she's seriously ill. You're too soft-hearted. Pitiful people often have something hateful about them. Just remember, they almost ruined your son, my dad said with no expression, letting out a cold snort. I know. Can't I just express some sympathy? Like you know everything. My mom replied. They started bickering, going back and forth. Middle-aged couples. Living like this keeps things from getting lonely. Ordinary happiness is something many families can't have. To appease both families, I started meeting up with the girl from the arranged date whenever I had time for a meal. I didn't expect her to share the same hobby as me, playing a niche game. As we talked more, I realized we actually got along pretty well. So I decided to keep seeing her. As for David, since I didn't reconcile, he was going to be sentenced. Even appealing was pointless. When I saw him again, he looked like a fugitive. Wearing a black hoodie with a mask and hat in the winter, only his eyes were visible. He was holding a small knife, trembling non-stop. Not sure if it was from the cold or from fear. My current girlfriend happened to be with me. Peter, if you don't drop the charges and insist on ruining me, we'll die together. Is she your girlfriend? Amanda was foolish. She could have had more resources with you and helped me rise. I urged her to get back with you, but she refused. Now she's paying the price. Now, say into this recording that you're dropping the charges and won't hold me accountable. David waved the knife with an evil grin. While he spoke, I subtly slid my hand in my pocket, found the record button on my phone out of habit, and switched it on. You go first, I told my girlfriend. Before I finished speaking, she charged forward. With a spinning kick, she sent the knife flying and pinned him down in no time. She smiled sheepishly. Being a doctor comes with its risks, so my dad had me learn karate. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Okay. Clearly, I'm the weak one here. Wait a second. I'll call the cops, I said, a bit flushed, pulling out my phone. The earlier conversation was recorded as well. Turns out, my girlfriend was secretly a badass just like in the comics. Surprise. Innocent and adorable too. David was facing multiple charges, and this time he was going to be locked up for a long time. I took his words to Amanda and let her listen. She laughed and cried, but it was too late for regrets. Now she's come to her senses, cooperating with her treatment in the hospital, waiting for a miracle drug to save her. Lucky for her, my team is full of top minds, and with their help, we developed it again in just a year. Amanda's mother, who once looked down on the poor, got into charity work, hoping to do good for her daughter. When she learned about the drug, she was eager to invest in large-scale production. But Amanda didn't make it through the winter. She took her own life. Had she waited a bit longer, she could have heard the good news from her mom. In the end, the older generation buried the young. Another year passed. I married my girlfriend, and she gave birth to a lovely daughter. I want our baby to learn piano and dance. She'll definitely inherit your great features. With a high nose and big eyes, my wife said, holding the baby and dreaming about the future. What do you think, honey? I thought for a moment and said, she should also learn karate. After all, it was how her mom won her dad's heart all those years ago.